everything I did in 24 hours cooking in New York City. More steak.
We've been on yachts. Ladies and gentlemen, celebrity chef Sakari's been with. Oh yeah.
Shout out Osmo. I love Osmo. All right, I'm running late. I think I'll arrive like 2 minutes past when I'm supposed to arrive. Everything's packed up, ready to go. Let's go. Cause I'm in the shit. Or I'm in the weeds. Cause we're gonna block that part out. Yeah. All right. See you in a bit. Bye. All right. So we just got here. I'm late, but I don't know if this is the right place. But I think it is, and so we're gonna see if it is. We're gonna go upstairs and check before we go. So let's go. Heading on up to the east side. Republic. I believe this is it right here. I love that. Incredible. Hello. Julie.
Ones are theirs, all the other clear ones are mine. I'll show you what we're gonna set
Okay,
up.
cool.
This is your area, nobody else can come back here.
Okay.
Everyone will come film you, get cutaways. This whole area is gonna be activated.
Yep.
And we're gonna drop the food.
Okay. Cool. So I can set up back there and then just bring it here situation? Great. Yeah. Well, at the event, we got a beautiful display. We're finishing off with some chocolate bark here. This is mango, dark chocolate, little black sea salt. I mean, oh my God. Hopefully they like it, huh? We'll see. All right, we got our sandwiches here too. This is 24-hour sous vide New York strip steak here. A little Hawaiian bun with brown butter, basil pesto aioli. Oh my God. All right, I think we're good to go. Little black sea salt. Shout out Osmo. I love Osmo. Alright. We're good to go. Let's go. Huh? Mamma mia.
Put it there too.
For the aesthetic?
Huh?
For the aesthetic?
For the aesthetics, yeah. It's just seeing it.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Where am I looking at? You?
yeah, just look at me and talk to me, and
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about that. And so let's start. Good evening.
Yes,
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are?
Yeah, of course. My name is Sakari Smith. I'm chef and founder of Noble Promise Studios, which is our food media company here at Crypto Monday. So it should be a lot of fun.
Nice, nice. What does community mean to you?
For me, community is all about making an impact.
Makes it easier. Anyway, you've got to make a choice, like where do you want these backups to live? And so in the scenario of Vault 12, the backups live on a set of decentralized devices that you pick, and so they're not on. It's not on your phone. So it's not on your device. It's not in the cloud. We don't know.
Smithwick. Are you in the crowd? Sakari. Sakari, where are you? Come on up, Sakari. Come on up, Sakari. Come on up, Sakari. I want you to say a few things. We're OGs from Be Friends. We've seen each other on Hell's Kitchen. We've been on yachts. Ladies and gentlemen, celebrity chef Sakari Smithwick. Oh yeah. Life is hot, baby. Life is hot.
Comes over to me and says, "All right, you should go." I'm like, "All right, let's figure out what to say. What's going on, everybody? My name is Chef Sakari Smithwick. I'm chef and founder of Noble Promise, and so my name Sakari Swahili means Noble Promise, which means you have a promise in the future and you keep to your word. And so we actually started in the NFT space, in the crypto space. It's our food media company. And so a lot of times what you'll see with food is that the most convenient food really isn't that healthy for you, right? It's really not that affordable, and it's not the highest quality, right? And so we provide accessible ways to make high quality food, nutritious and delicious. Just super simple, right? And so I really want to give a round of applause to everybody here, because this is what it's about, right? We spoke a lot about community, right? And this is really a nice intimate community. So I'm excited for the future of crypto, NFTs, and food media. we're doing some fun stuff. We're actually launching our food show soon, and so if you guys want to get involved with that. I think the future is about our children, right? And so my father actually passed away about 3 years ago, and it's crazy, right? Obviously a traumatic experience, but we turned that into a positive, and we created him as our food mascot for our company. And so what we want to do is provide healthy food to our children, high quality food in the school system. And so we're doing some cool stuff in the back end, so come grab me if you want to talk further, but I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much.
So, Mr. Carey, it would not be possible without your colleague Heaven. Let's give her a shout out. It takes a team to do this. So our door people, Dre, if you met him when you came in, original Crypto Mondays from our, Crypto Mondays family. And let's give a round of applause to Paulus and Kathy at the door. Oh yeah, and make sure you see each one of our conference rooms. Petrubio is right to the center there. Sakari, if you hand Max your mic, and I'm going to hand Brian my mic. Ladies and gentlemen, co-founder of Crypto Oracle Collective.
Yeah, Zachary, yes. Very nice to meet you. Do you need garbage? Looking for garbage?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
So, you accept me as an apprentice?
Yeah, I would love to, absolutely.
Actually, my daughter is also a chef.
Oh, very nice.
I love her meat too.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. 100%, no problem. I have my social media,
Yes. That is
This is my social media, it's my name.
Instagram or?
Yeah, Instagram.
Let me see. I don't use social media well.
Oh, okay.
So what kind of so this is Instagram. Yes.
Message me or email me, whatever works.
Message.
Message right there, yep. And that's me.
Yes, sir. I'm from Turkey.
Turkey?
Yes.
I love Turkish food.
Yes. Have you been to Turkey?
I have not, I need to go.
Listen, let me know if I'm there.
Of course.
You can meet me. That would be wonderful. And this is me.
Okay. Awesome. You're a professor for school of business. Very nice.
Yes.
What do you teach?
I teach computer science. I teach
Okay.
that.
Very cool.
I teach AI.
AI, yeah.
Yes.
It's important. It's the future.
It's really so. And my daughter.
Nice. Right in Peachtree. Very cool.
Yes, and she does cooking too.
That's awesome.
She is very skillful.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. It's incredible. You gotta tell her to keep going. I love pastries. Pastries are awesome.
Yes.
I'm sure you're very proud of her.
Listen, I'm proud of her.
Yeah.
It's a difficult job.
It is. It's very difficult.
Very difficult. Very tired.
Yeah, lots of hours, lots of
Lots
work.
of hours, lots of work, and unless, how shall I say, you have a good living situation.
Right.
The payment is not that
Not
great.
the best. Yeah, you have to do it because you love it.
Yes, she loves it. That's why she's doing it.
Of course. Which is awesome.
Voiceover. Your content or what? Steve, going in on the strawberries. Yeah, come on, chopsticks and everything. You want to try? Alright, y'all. And that seems like a wrap. I don't know what I'm doing after this, but the event is done, or at least I'm leaving. Food was completely demolished. Everyone enjoyed it. They really liked the chocolates. The chocolates did something, which was leftover chocolate chips. I had leftover chocolate chips. We turned it into like a beautiful chocolate, and they loved it. And so anyway, everyone enjoyed everything. Packed event. And so I don't know if I'm gonna get dinner. I don't know what's going to go on, but if not, that's a wrap. Another day in life. Bam. Bad. I gotta do something about that. Oh, it's already recorded. All right, so it wasn't the end of the night. We're actually gonna go to Little Mayhaven, Gary V's restaurant, Flyfish, Josh Capon, Chef Connor. So we're gonna head there. There's like a little private dinner happening. I got invited to with Gary and stuff. So I don't know. We'll just pop up, see what's up. Maybe grab some bites. But yeah, another day in life in New York City, and the night is not over. Come on, Little Maven. We are here. Dinner. What's up? More steak.
More steak.
They're like sluts for steaks. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my god.
It looks great in that light.
Oh my god. You look great in this light, Jeremy. You look great in this light. Look at all this food. I can't even. What is going on? That's crazy. Oh my goodness.
Gary, that Gary right there! That Gary right there!
No, we opened Little Maven a few months ago. We're really pumped about it. We hope some of you guys have had some great experiences here and some good dinners. If not, please come back.
Who's been here for dinner? Raise your hand. Woo! Who's not been here for dinner? Raise your hand. Who's not been here for dinner? All right, you got like 14 days.
In this in-between time to think about what you're about to see on Thursday and Friday, which is like, how do we create some meaningful opportunity for the people that have been on this journey the whole time? And I think I'm really happy because I think the reason it's coming out now is we've given enough thoughtful time to it and looked at every T and I, and I think we have some really high value for people that are holding the NFT. So I'm looking forward to all of you seeing that on Thursday, and it will definitely be before December 31st.
December 29th!
I mean, the fact that, like, on this long journey, as you imagine building an 11,000 square foot, 3-story private club in the city from scratch, like, and there's some of you who've been on the journey with me since Wine Library. My dad promised me the Wine Library that you've all seen, if you've seen it, was going to be done in 9 months. It took 4.5 years. So I've been forever scarred in building out things. And so I just want to thank you, Roddy, because Capon and Chef Connor, all the impact you've had on Maven, but including opening up Maven and what we're doing in Las Vegas with Capons and all that, knowing how much you've been putting into getting this thing open this year, the fact that that's going to be achieved with this update on Thursday, Friday, is a huge kudos, so I'm proud of you. Obviously, I looked around, some of you got to it, others chose harder options than wine, and I will say that I respect it. I respect it. For the ones who did have the white, the red is over in the corner, right, Anthony? Over there. So I'll talk about both wines just so you get a little 5 seconds of wine nerdom. The white, for all of you that tried it, is Nova Vita. It is a Sauvignon Blanc. So it's really cool to be very deep into something and then take like a break and then go back deep into it. I don't know if anybody's...
That's what she said.
Hey, God.
We're a little bit more correct here right now. Well, like, I don't know if anybody's ever had that experience, but that's where I'm at with wine right now. Obviously, literally from 15 to 35, it was like 90% of my energy, and a lot of you know I have a lot of energy, so it was like I was deep and I lived it. And there was literally probably a point in my life in the late 90s, early 2000s where like I literally actually knew like pretty much every wine that was being produced. We're talking about hundreds of thousands. Like it was my obsession, it was my passion, and I was building my family business. And it's been really fun because I've always preferred Sauvignon Blanc, Sancerre especially, New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. But the reason I chose this tonight is, actually, by show of hands, how many people here like Sauvignon Blanc? Raise your hands. So that's awesome. So that's a lot of hands, and most of the Sauvignon Blanc that is consumed in this room is either Sancerre, and a lot of you don't even realize you're drinking Sauvignon Blanc because European wines are named by where they're from, not what grape. You're either drinking Sancerre, you're drinking New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs, which is a good idea. Many New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs from $10 to $15 are very high value, or you're drinking California Sauvignon Blanc, Josh, or things of that nature. I picked an Australian Sauvignon Blanc. Australia is not as known for its Sauvignon Blancs, which is basically the punchline. If anyone here decides they've been on this journey, or tonight, all these words coming out of my mouth spark something where you're like, fuck it, I want to get to know wine a little bit more, I kind of like it, let me go deeper, seems cool. The game in wine is weirdly very similar to the book I just recorded last week in LA. So I have a new marketing book coming out called Day Trading Attention, and the premise is very simple, which is like, there's overpriced and underpriced things you can do in marketing. You can waste money by buying full page ads in a newspaper that are still very expensive, and you will only get very little ROI. And then there's really knowing tactics in social media, like we just had an exchange, and I said, you need to put a second link on your default Instagram account, because now you can do that. The details of social, underpriced. That has been my career in wine, being first or being best in the underpriced stuff and not wasting money on the overpriced.
Here, quick question.
Please.
For the indirect marketing we were just talking about, how much percentage would you say out of 100 that you would get out of that type of marketing from, like, through a percentage? Like, would you say 10%?
How much of the things out there are underpriced?
All through ROI about throwing that type of advertising out there, like, you know, a billboard or
Yeah. What's the ROI of brand building?
What's the ROI of like something coming back on you from one of those things as opposed to
last touch attribution, like hardcore.
Is it like 10%? Like
it doesn't really work that way. The way branding works versus sales, or the way that brand building works versus affiliate or DTC or CAC and LTV, math marketing, is there's two sides of marketing. There's the math side and there's the art side. And the way that Nike thinks about the value of just do it, or where's the beef thing, or what a viral, like let's talk about Poppy. How many people are familiar with Poppy soda, right? Poppy soda has done all of their marketing and branding. All influencer stuff, all social media content, and they'll sell that brand for $2-3 billion. So the ROI of that is $3 billion, right? So, but when you do art, when you do a billboard, when you do a commercial, when you make a video that you post on YouTube, you can't measure it the way that most people want to measure it with math. If I may, just to segue back, the thing I learned in wine is that people overpay for wines you've heard of, and you underpay for wines you've never heard of. So every single person, who here would consider themselves a wine drinker? Raise your hands. Like multiple times a week. Raise your hands. Right? People are like, everybody up first. I'm not a fucking alcoholic. It is very likely for the half of the crowd in here that drinks wine, that unless you're spending real hours reading about wine, like it's your thing, unless you're doing that, you're like the 99% that buys wine. You're buying the labels that your friend told you, the one that you picked up at the store and you liked, the one that has a 92-point score on the shelf, or my favorite move that I know a lot of you fuckers do, the one with the label that you like.
That's the one that stores like staff pick.
That's right. I mean, the amount of people that pick based on, like, if you want to start a wine brand one day, just put a fucking dog on it, you're good. Anyway, long-winded, ranting, getting a little nerdy, but I'm enjoying my time with you. I'm obsessed with underpriced wine in the same way that I'm obsessed with underpriced marketing behaviors or underpriced collectibles. Or I've come to realize that's my framework. That's probably why I fell in love with wine. Unlike even every other category of beverages, bourbon, which I talked about a little bit tonight. Yeah, there you go, my brother. You know, with Pappy and all that stuff, like bourbon, tequilas, there's a little bit of those elements, but it's more normalized. The extremes in wine are high. There's many wines that a lot of people here are buying for $25 that if I gave you 6 wines in brown paper bags and gave you your favorite $25 wine, and I got to pick 6 other $9 wines, it's inconceivable to me that you wouldn't pick 2 or 3 of the others instead of your favorite. Because with wine, there's just so much to it. Unlike with alcohol, where there's a formula and it is what it is. Johnny Walker Blue is Johnny Walker Blue. Wine is a farming product, and every year the product changes. The 2022 version of this is going to taste different than the 2023. Subtle, sometimes extreme if it's an extreme year. Anyway, to wrap up, This is an Australian Sauvignon Blanc from Adelaide Hills, which is an incredibly good region for Sauvignon Blanc. Australian Sauvignon Blancs, when done well, are $8 to $12 to $13 and drink like $40 Sancerres. But they don't have as much demand because nobody's written a New York Times article yet, or nobody's gotten really behind Australian Sauvignon Blanc. And to give you a comp, this is perfect for this crowd. This is real data. From 1992 to 2002, 10 years, my dad's wine store, wine library, sold 109 cases of rosé in a decade. From 1992 to 2002, nobody in America drank dry rosé. If you have grandmas, people drank white Zinfandel.
Yes.
Sweet pink wine that was $3. 109 cases. This last week, in a decade, this last week at Wine Library, Easter week, we sold 280 cases of rosé in the week. That is because, actually, after I left the wine business, somewhere around 2012, 13, there was tipping points with the Hamptons and rosé, and then Whispering Angel, and so now we're here. That's what's so cool about wine. The red wine that you're about to drink is Pinot Noir. That I know all of you have heard of. Robiners, Ravino, very good producer. Please go try it. It's like $70 Pinot. Like, it's really good stuff. You should try it. Some of you remember the movie Sideways. How many people remember that movie? Just show me here. So, that's right. So, there's a very famous scene in this very good movie that's about wine. And Paul Giamatti goes, "I'm not drinking any fucking Merlot." And it's all about Pinot Noir. This is now back to real data. Our wine sales for Pinot Noir, the week after that movie got going, which was 6 months after it got released, over the course of the next 5 years, our Pinot Noir sales rose 6,000%. 6,000%. And our Merlot sales declined by 80%. Declined by 800%. When the day before that movie came out, Cabernet was by far the biggest, and Merlot and Red Zinfandel, if you've ever had Turley or something, Merlot and Red Zinfandel at the time were neck and neck, with Pinot being a distant fourth as the most popular red wines from California. Pinot overnight, 12 months, it took 12 months, went to the #2 spot behind Cabernet. And for a lot of you that, actually, how many people here drink heavy reds, Cabernets? I'm really excited. Please go seek out and try this wine, because the new age Pinots are, especially from California and Oregon, can be heavy. So they appease the heavy cab drinker, but there's different flavors that might be perfect for your palate. I'll leave you with this, and then I'll let you go back to hang out. Yeah.
New Zealand Sauv Blanc I find to be like really passionate, acidic, honey.
Grassy,
Sancerre, French to be even more grassy, mineral. What's the difference between Australia and New Zealand? Because they're kind of
Australia and New Zealand are close enough to each other geographically. They have different terroir, so there is subtleties, but they're more in the similar passion fruit, grassy. You might see sometimes, I don't know if you've ever seen this in the wine description, it sounds disgusting, but it's a flavor. Cat pee is a way that people describe Sauvignon Blanc. New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs have much more tendencies to, Australian have much more tendencies to New Zealand, but you get the same quality for 20 to 50% less because they're not as in high demand as New Zealand. The Brubino is a really good Pinot, and here's what I would say. This is my final thought for anyone that's either doubling down on wine after tonight or going to start their journey. The biggest mistake that wine drinkers make is they drink the same shit. They either drink the same exact fucking wine, like they fall in love with the Prisoner Red, which is great, or Josh Cab, or Santa Margarita, or whatever it is, right? They fall in love with one wine and they drink it over and over and again, or one type of wine. I like Chardonnay, I like Sancerre, I like Pinot Grigio, I like Pinot Noir. It's a monumental mistake. It would be literally like eating the same actual food over and over. And if I leave any of the inspiring or aspiring wine drinkers from tonight, make sure as you go on your journey or double down on your journey, keep trying different things. Because the biggest thing I can tell you is just like in business and in marketing and investing and things of that nature, the wide spread of overpriced stuff and underpriced stuff is extreme. Insignia and Opus One and Silver Oak and Camus and things like that, they start off a great deal, and then too much demand comes. I used to sell Camus Cabernet for $19.
Wow.
And Silver Oak was literally $29.99, right? And then demand kicked in. Inflation a little bit, but demand.
What's the next one?
You know, the next one, I'm a little bit too out of the game. We're always finding, it's why we launched Wine Text. It's not even about the next one. It's here's the dirty secret that you should all take advantage of. 11/11 sale for sure. But the big thing to take, the reason Wine Text works, and the reason other things you've seen, wines that sold out, there's a lot of things, it's because there's more wine being made than there is demand. And most people aren't good at selling things. And it's like anything in the world. And so you can get $80 Napa Cab that started off at $80, and somebody's going to blow it out at $29.99. So the key is to just get to know your palate and try different things. So thank you for being here, partners. Thank you for being with me.
Ooh-wee. Oh man, what a surprise of events. Man, we got to go to a Gary V wine tasting, which was dope. Gary's been out the game for a minute, and so he was able to speak about the wine, which was real cool. Got to see a lot of friends and family, people that I haven't seen in a minute, just because I've been head down working, and the food was delicious. Because every time we have a vlog, we have to have the food, and so it was a great day. Very unexpected to have that little ending. I just came to kind of cook and cater the event, but everybody really enjoyed the food, which was nice. Got to speak to some friends and give me some different perspectives on different things. And so, saw Gary, but I see Gary all the time. And so, man, for me, I think the biggest takeaway of the day was just put in the work, Events like this is cool, but continue to put in the work. And so what that means is y'all will continue to see me. That's right. Y'all get to continue to see me and see my vibes and see my days, because this is what it's about, is building that relationship with you and me. It's me and you and me, and me and I. Another day in life. Let's go. Pop.